So is it possible to maintain low body fat while feeding your sweet tooth? And the answer is yes. Today we're going to share with you our favorite go-to guilt-free dessert. We're pastors Brad and Misti Helton, practical Christian living. Let's get started. So as believers, especially as pastors, we lead really hectic, busy, stressful
crazy lives.
And we want to be able to enjoy the foods that we love, but at the same time, we want to make sure that we're managing our energy really well. I want to be able to eat foods that I enjoy, but I don't want to feel sluggish and weighed down with all the junk that can come in the foods that we do love.
And one of those things that we love is sweets, right? Not everybody, but for us, like I love sweet treats. So growing up, I loved to bake. I was one of those people that I didn't just bake it and then eat it with my family. I baked it and I ate it the whole time. So like the whole raw cookie dough thing.
That's why you like cookie dough.
What was the problem with that? Like I know, I get it. Salmonella in the eggs are raw, whatever. I ate that stuff, okay? But as I started getting a little bit older, even in like my teenage years, I started realizing how I felt eating the sugary treats, right? It tastes so good in your mouth as it's going down. But later, what begins to happen? You begin to feel sluggish and tired. You'll have inflammation. I mean, now the research is so crazy on how toxic white sugar is in the body,
and
right?
Speaking of the body, our bodies are the temple of the Holy Spirit.
Yes, and we only get one body.
You only get one body.
I mean, I'm not getting another one.
It's the one vessel that God has given you to be able to live out the life that God's called you to be able to fulfill your purpose. And so you might be saying, well, so is it a sin if I eat like trashy foods?
Am I going to hell?
Well, no, you're not going to hell if you have a little extra weight. That's not what we're saying. But you only have one body,
right.
and it's important to make sure that in order to do the things that we feel called to do, that we have good energy to be able to do it. But at the same time, I want to eat the things I love because I do have a sweet tooth.
I do enjoy something sweet. So today what we want to do is we want to show you some of our go-to very fast, guilt-free desserts. Because I'm telling you what, we went off of regular sugar years ago.
Can't even believe we're saying this.
It is hard to believe.
Hard to believe.
People hear us say, like, we're pretty much sugar-free. I'm not saying on Thanksgiving we don't have pumpkin pie, okay? We do. We feel like trash after it, but we do, okay? So today we're going to show you, we might come in late at night or we might come in after dinner. If we're talking about being really healthy, like, obviously we shouldn't be eating that late, okay?
No, we shouldn't.
But sometimes we do.
Sometimes we do.
And sometimes we do it because we want to like de-stress, okay? So this would be my guilt-free de-stress from my day go-to dessert, okay? So here we go. First of all, go into the frozen section at the grocery store and pick yourself up some whipped topping. Make sure that when you bring it home, you put it into the freezer, freeze it up, just like ice cream. Now, then you're just gonna go get your ice cream scoop, okay? Because honestly, this makes me feel like I'm getting ice cream. Right?
Kind of tricking your mind.
Listen, Cool Whip has less than 2 carbs.
I love Cool Whip.
Most of them have 1 gram of sugar. You might want to check the back of the label depending on the brand you're getting. But this one that I'm eating has literally like 2 carbs and 1 gram of sugar.
And you wouldn't think that because this is something that is usually the topping on top of your ice cream shake with a cherry on top.
Right.
You're thinking there's no way that this actually doesn't have a whole lot of bad stuff in it.
But it does. So I am just going to scoop some up here to my little bowl. And notice, here's another thing for you. Don't go get the giant ice cream bowl, okay? Nobody needs that much.
You mean like I do?
Yes, nobody needs that much. It's a mind game, right? Because honestly, this is a sweet treat, all right? We're not trying to have an entire meal here. If you get a small bowl and you fill it full, you're telling your brain like, wow, look how full that is, right? Versus getting a giant bowl and having multiple scoops, because all of a sudden now you're not just getting 2 grams of carbs because you went way over the servings, okay?
But this isn't all you put on the Cool Whip, right?
No. So then next, I'm gonna grab strawberries. Strawberries have 1 gram of carbs, per strawberry.
It's crazy. So if you're counting your carbs,
yes,
a lot of people are
great.
these days.
Yes.
Strawberries are the way to go.
Absolutely.
Strawberries are really good because they're high in vitamin C.
Yes,
and
they
so
are.
they have an anti-inflammatory aspect
Which you wouldn't think so, because normally you would think oranges for vitamin C, but you're saying strawberries have them.
And they're also very high in iron, which is also really good for muscle recovery. So actually, strawberries are really good for bodybuilders, okay? Now, you might be looking at me and my physique and saying, Brad, you're not a bodybuilder. No, what I'm saying, though, is I have one goal in mind, and that is that when I step into the lair, and I'm talking about the bedroom at night, when I take off my shirt, I want her to look at me like a caged tiger. Forget who she is. Lose all sense of consciousness for about 30 minutes and give me a little...
Wow. Thank you for sharing your goal with us, Brad. Now we know why you're in the gym 6 days a week. Okay, moving on. After I get my strawberries on top of my Cool Whip, then I go for the blueberries, right? Blueberries are loaded with antioxidants.
Also good for bodybuilding.
They are. They're good for recovery, but they're also very sweet. So
high in antioxidants.
I didn't need to have some sugary pie. I'm just going to add my blueberries on top. Now,
boom.
It's coming into summertime when we're shooting this today. So like this is a perfect summertime sweet treat dessert, but there's one thing we're missing. What is it, Brad?
Black coffee.
Yes, you gotta have some black coffee with your dessert. Now, maybe you say like, I'm not really into strawberries, or maybe I'm not really into blueberries. That's okay. You can do a variation of it, okay? So one of the things I like to do is maybe I don't want the blueberries one day, so I'll do strawberries, and then I will top it with some sugar-free chocolate chips.
Now, there's a reason why this particular bag is almost empty. And that reason is because Misti will randomly throughout the day pull this bag out, and she'll pour herself just a few chocolate chips.
Guilt-free.
And eat them.
They're sugar-free.
There's no sugar.
They're yummy.
But I think you've always taught me that if you do things in teeny little quantities, it doesn't matter how many times you go to the drawer throughout the day, right? You don't add the total sum of the chocolate consumed when you do it just a little bit at a time.
Wow, so, you're telling my secrets.
I don't think that's true at all.
But if it is 0 sugar, okay, you're gonna feel way better in consuming this. And I mean, don't eat the whole bag, okay? We're talking like a tablespoon is all you need, and it gives you that little bit of chocolate taste in your mouth, okay? So what happens is you feel like I'm not missing out. I know that the rest of the world is consuming sugar in the droves. Listen to me. The average American is consuming 3 times the amount of sugar their body should be taking in the added sugar category. I mean, obviously, we all know that if you want something sweet, go to the fruit bowl. I mean, grab an apple, grab a banana, grab a piece of strawberry or blueberries. But the added sugars that are in everything is what is causing so many problems in our bodies, okay? So this is just a couple things. Another thing you can do is grab 0 calorie. You can grab my coffee. That'd be awesome, actually, because I'm smelling that. Black coffee.
We like hazelnut.
Yes, we do.
And you can do decaf at night if it keeps you awake. We worked so hard all day long.
Sometimes I'm so exhausted at night, I don't even care if I have decaf or not.
Phase
I
us,
literally just grab some, because for me, I don't have a scientific thing for this, but for me, coffee is very calming. So even though it has caffeine, I don't know what that is, but for me, coffee is just like, it will help me if I'm high stress, helps me kind of calm down a little bit. Okay, so at the end of the day, helps me relax. But here's what I was gonna say. You can also, if you like yogurt, grab 0 sugar yogurt. I love this one. So you could totally do a couple scoops of yogurt, any variation of your toppings, 0 sugar, and the yogurt's gonna give you some protein, which is awesome.
That's right.
A few of the things, though, when we trash the sugar that we did instead, my number one go-to is allulose. Allulose, you can buy it on Amazon. You can see my bag right here. It bakes like sugar, okay? So my girls like to bake, all right? And so we use this. It does take longer. That's why this is my go-to. Another is monk fruit, all right? This one's been around a long time.
It's gotta be good.
We've been
using it.
using
It's gotta be spiritual. It's gotta be Christian because monks came up with it.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So this is another go-to. It's a little sweeter than sugar, but it's a great alternative. Or if you like your drink sweet, which personally I like black coffee, but if I'm doing something like a hot chocolate, like a healthy hot chocolate.
We'll do another video on that sometime.
I'll teach you one of these days. Good. I'll use liquid stevia, only with your liquids. But I just want to encourage you, you can do it. You can get healthier. You can feel better. You can have more energy to do God's work and to be with your family. You can do it.
Thanks so much for watching today. We hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, just let us know in the comment below and take a bite.
I am ready to have my dessert.